done.
Hey. I said, excuse me, but you don't understand where I'm at. I was all around the world, on span, across the map. I've been laying low and now it's time to pop up, bitch, I'm back. Now I'ma run it up. Snooze on the kid, are you dumb or what? You better go get your numbers up.
Baby leg, hang out your shit, like. I'm recording her. Hey, yo, how long? My child. This is not my child. No, it's not.
Are you gonna help me?
Yeah, you gotta give me change.
I don't have change.
What happened to you?
Are you gonna help me?
What happened to you?
I don't know what happened to me. They said I got raped.
What?
Can you help me, please? They said I got raped. They said I got raped. Can you help me, please?
Oh my God. This is so what? This is good footage right here. Hey, yo, come on. I'm gonna help you right now. Come on.
Where are you gonna help me?
I'm gonna go get change for you. Hey, miss, you got change for a 20? You got change for a 20?
He dedicates 8 hours a day role-playing as a toddler.
I'm in baby mode on and off all day.
And Jess's daddy is caring for her.
I'm 20, but not really, because I'm 5.
Adopted mommy and daddy who are totally comfortable with me being a little girl.
I identify as an 8-year-old girl.
What was that?
Therefore, I am an 8-year-old girl.
Why? This is
Therefore, Jassem, I'm an 8-year-old girl, brother. Come
What's with...
Bro, Ben, when did you fall? Was it, dude? I fall every time almost when that young chick is like, I'm 20, but I'm really 5.
I didn't even know what I was watching. Like,
I know.
I was like, what am I looking at? What is going on here? It's like, what?
Ben, come on, man.
I know.
Come on now. You just happen to like literally pop on shows where like maybe I'm not in the mood for the humor. You know what I'm saying? Not right, or you know what I mean? No, it's not, that's all it is.
I'm laughing. It's hilarious. It's just like what?
Jassem would know because he hasn't been on the bleeding edge enough. Jassem, I think all together. What's up, folks? How you doing? This is the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel podcast. Oh my God, bro! I'm having such a good time already.
We can't hear you.
Oh,
keep the microphone near you, Jeff.
You can't hear me?
There you go. Oh, I can hear you now.
Keep the microphone.
You hear me? Okay, hold on. Sorry about that, folks. I'm very unprofessional, and clearly don't know what I'm doing. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, folks, this microphone. Worse, you know how this microphone is, Ben. Usually I can walk like 30 feet away from it in my room and talk, and you guys can hear me.
I don't know what's going on with it today.
Oh, anyways, thanks for letting me know, though. I appreciate that. Anyways, folks, we are here to do I guess it would be, I don't even know, probably part 5 or something of Andor, season 1 recap. Since this is the MCU's Bleeding Edge, I don't even fucking care how many. I don't care if I say it's a 4-part series of Andor season 1 recap. It can be fucking 15.75 parts. Mm-hmm. It's all good either way, baby, because it's all gravy, because it's all going to be quality shit. What's up? Even our worst shit on the MCU's Bleeding Edge is the best. It's that simple. So, you know what I'm saying? We don't play. But anyways, no, Jassem, what? Shit, total, how many times have you been on the panel? What, 5 times?
5 maybe? Or more? I can't count.
5, 6?
A lot.
Yeah, no, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. We're just happy to have you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Happy to see you again. Right? Jassem is a good friend of mine, folks. I just want to put it out there. I know we don't get all touchy-feely on here unless it's like me talking about getting all touchy-feely, like getting wet up in some bitch. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. My bad, Jassem. I didn't mean to say all that. No, man, I don't mean all that. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, folks, that's right. A little bit of promo plug I can strip out right here real quick. What up, Ben? How you doing, bruh?
I'm doing well, Jeff, and yourself?
That's right, folks. I'm okay, Ben. I'm not buzzed yet enough and whatnot and everything, and I'm a little unhappy about that, but I'm gonna improve that very quickly. Anyways, folks, you meet the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. If you are like some person tomorrow, because this is of course Sunday. What date is it today, guys?
Today's Sunday.
It's Sunday, the
13th.
Okay,
yeah.
Sunday the
Sunday
13th,
the
guys.
13th.
So whatever, Sunday tonight, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesdays is the majority of our views that we get. The large majority of them we get, as repeat views of our actual videos, not so much as our live streams, at least on YouTube. And thank you very much. Hats off to Rumble. We love everybody over there and whatnot. Y'all have great. Y'all have literally, I looked at our stats recently, and y'all have given us more live stream audience viewers over the course of the entire year than YouTube has. So thank you to Rumble. We appreciate you. In terms of just straight live stream audience, you've given us more straight numbers on that than YouTube has. So thank you. But either way, Jassem, it's good to have you on, brother. But folks, yes, we are the MCU'S YouTube channel and podcast, and we are the only that I know of, not just R-rated, not just fucking, raw as fuck, not just only for adult, from a standpoint of like the level of conversation that we have and dialogue we have, also the humor and the fact that we try to entertain people, podcast YouTube channel in the fandom that I know of. And the only reason I say that, and the caveat is that isn't paywalled. We're not paywalled, right? As of that, we are not. Soon we will be, but we are not at this point. We have no Patreon. If you haven't noticed, if you ever go on a YouTube channel and decide maybe to subscribe and help us hit to 30,000 views, so I can make some more money, right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not making no fucking money. Anyways, but no, bottom line, folks, we are literally not paywalled at all. Right? Like all the shit that you would pay some other motherfucker for to see their B-roll or their like whatever, their crazy shit. We just do it here for whatever. It's free, right? And I'm just so goddamn good that I know how to fucking say what I can say, what I can't say. So we are raw as shit and grimy as shit, and there's stuff that you pay for, whatnot, everything is like the Care Bears. All right, compared to our regular shit. Just to be clear. So when we start dropping shit that you pay for, be prepared. Because you might, come across some shit that might fuck you up a little bit. Just to be clear, that's interested in the OnlyFans girls onto the show and shit, whatnot, and everything, bringing them on it. It's coming. I've already started talking to a couple of them, whatnot, and asked them to come on to guest.
Wow,
I'm just
there you go.
And serious guests. That's it. No, none of their bullshit. They can plug their stuff at the end of the show like any creator, but they can't. No bullshit. They have to come on in regular clothes and act like a fucking guest and just contribute. That's it. Yeah. Right?
No shirtless.
If they were smart, they would just do, what I mean? They'll understand and they'll get with it and whatnot and do it, because honestly, it'd be great for them. The whole thing with them is the reason why men go, folks, just to give you an idea, the only reason why men spend so much money on OnlyFans, it's not for porn type stuff. It's the human connection level that they provide on there. They want it and they pay for that. They want that and the porno stuff.
Wait, Ben, you do that?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, no, Ben only uses the free trial.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he uses like different credit cards every month.
Every single month. Got to rotate.
There you go.
Anyways, keep on our toes.
Anyways, but no, folks. Bottom line, no. We are the Limbs Who's Bleeding Edge, so it only makes sense. We would have OnlyFans women on, right? But no, they have to actually be able to contribute. And and I already have one, and she was like, "Oh, you're going to interview me?" I'm like, "No, I'm not going to fucking interview you. Why would I interview you? Because what? You're on OnlyFans? I don't give a fuck. Fuck. I'm like, no, because you're on OnlyFans and shit, and whatnot. And we're the Bleeding Edge. It's that simple. It's a good connection. Makes sense.
It is,
right? Yeah, I mean,
good folks.
There you go.
Good folks.
Yeah, it's not complicated, and it's good for them. It would be honestly what I was going to say is just that it would show their customers and whatnot their human side, well, even more. And you know how honest that's lie. Well, don't lie, guys. Intellect in a woman and hearing them actually talk and drop a dope contribution on the panel and shit is hot. That shit is hot as fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? It's that shit turns me on. I love it. Unless it's fucking.
Hey, Cyber.
Oh, Cyber, you there, brother? What's up?
Oh, it's in the face. It's in the comments.
Oh no,
Cyber's here?
Oh really? Oh, okay. I thought he was I thought he was in the Multiverse of Madness.
He's been liking.
See how that's fucked up. How you could tell that's Cyber? Oh, it says Cyber. All right.
yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. At that point, I'm not even gonna write anything. Cyber, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? What up, bro? Bruh.
Oh yeah.
Look who's here. Look who's here, Cyber. Look who's here, Cyber. It's your boy, Jassem, man. He's back. Uh-oh. Shit. Uh-oh. Derpy's here. Now he's already fucking all intense. Oh man. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, Derpy it is. It is. Andor is the best Disney Plus. But it's the best Disney Plus series that's ever come out. It's that simple. It's the best one. It's not the Star Wars. Andor is the best Disney Plus series that's ever fucking come out of Disney Plus. It's that simple. I'm sorry. Ben, you agree, disagree?
Oh, I agree. I honestly, I think it definitely is top tier. And the fact that like it's a standalone story, like we've mentioned before, I think is what really does it. It just brings it out. And I'm a huge fan of The Mandalorian, huge fan of all Star Wars, honestly. And yeah, Andor just stands out on top for sure.
Oh, you like Star Wars? Good. That's good. I mean, geez, I was wondering why. I thought that's why I had you on the show. So, I mean, you know. Anyways, Jassem, no, folks, just to be clear, we have Jason, Jay, coming over from DJB Danny's network, DJB Productions Network on YouTube. Shout out to Danny. What's up? Shout out to the team. Jay's coming on later, right? Cal was going to be on with us, but unfortunately she had to dip for family purposes and whatnot. Total good reason, but she tried to come on. She came in and said hello because she's a good person. So, hey, go check out Kelly's reactions and whatnot on YouTube. Should throw her a subscriber, all right? Just for me. You know what I mean? Whatnot, right? You know, and I'll owe you one. That's always a positive. Either way, Jassem, sir, is here to essentially jump in on this Andor, recap, season 1 recap, part, whatever, unlimited forever series that that's going to go on forever recap deal. And basically, the premise of today's show is very simple. We were trying to kind of get into this, Ben and I and Kyle, last weekend, and it's basically just the fact that, long story short, episode 3 of Andor is, I believe, the episode that really took the series off. If you have, what other word would you use, Ben? Thank you. Hear me?
Frozen.
Uh-oh, Ben, you're in Iceman mode, bro. You might have to drop off and come back on, or else Ben, there you are. You
cut out for me for some reason.
Oh, you're okay. You're totally fine, brother. Hey, you know what? So far, so good on the Orbit. I'm not trying to plug Ryzen at all because I don't enjoy the way they treat me, but I gotta give them credit, man. The mobile hotspots hold it down. Have not seen single thing from StreamYard saying there's a problem yet. So apparently they work. We're already telling there already would have been an issue right now with the Wi-Fi if there was a problem with it. So it works. That's good to know. Thank you, Ryzen. Thank you for actually not fucking me. You're such a great company. I love it.
That's a good point. Oh, and then also, like, what would happen if Ben accidentally presses play on the Andor TV screen? Oh, honestly, let's see. Oh, you would get a spoiler because it's on.
A penis will pop out of it and poke you in the eye.
There you go.
It would smash his fucking legs out of his glasses and shit and everything, bro, with the power of the penis. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, no, but so no, folks, the whole premise is very simple. Basically, episode 3 is sort of where things take off. Ben, what word would you describe as what episode 3 does for you if you actually get that far into the series? Like, what does it do? Kind of like, does it just kind of take things off? Does it inject the first real, like, hard?
For me, episode 3 for me really brought everything together that was happening within the first 2 seasons, and yeah, it set the tone for the rest of the show for me. I think that's where, like, I was like, okay, everything's building, everything's going, and it was just hands off from there, basically. This is a phrase I would use.
There you go. No, so basically, folks, I don't know. Me personally, I was not able to notice or pay attention until after the Andor was done, and then I really thought about it, and then I started to rewatch it. That basically, the show is basically written and structured to where it's all built into 4 3-episode arcs, which synchronizes with the fact that they dropped the first 3 episodes at one shot. Right, which I did not grasp at that point the depth of that, like what the meaning of that and whatnot. I didn't even understand it. To tell you the truth, some people thought it was a sign that it was garbage. You know what I'm saying? They were like, "Oh fuck, it must be garbage." You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're doing that, like the Echo series, you know what I mean? Like, oh god, You know what I'm saying? They're dropping the whole Echo series in one shot. Well, with Echo, it will be garbage, right? But hopefully she'll scowl more. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll make up for that. Either way, bottom line, basically the storyline and the way that they structured the entire series, which I think is just amazing. It's majestic. It really is. I'm sure it's a trope maybe that's been done in some way before, but the way they did it, for me at least, it's just fucking really, really deep and awesome. I love it. I love good story writing, and I love really, really great strategic story writing. You know what I'm saying? That fits the structure and the flow of a series or a film, right? You know, so intuitively. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, with everything and and the arc of the characters. That I love even more. I do. Along with a great score. Yeah. Right? That accompanies it. You know what I'm saying? That's always great. But either way, long story short, that trope where basically, again, the whole trope is one of where basically you get 4 different arcs, through 3 episodes that all in some way influence Cassian Andor to become who he is in Rogue One, right? It's that simple. That is the basic premise of it. Okay? Now there's more to it, a lot more to it, and we'll flush that out. But long story short, each arc is different, right? There's no similarities to it. They're all mostly in geographical locations. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Yeah. They are. They're different. They live everything. And the characters are different in each arc. Aren't they? Yeah. Ben, they're different. And the characters are different. Who they focus on are different. It's all different. Yeah. You can spoil it. Go ahead.
You see that growth. No. I mean, I'm not giving details. I'm just saying you see a different side of Andor in each arc. Like you see growth from Andor. I'm definitely not trying to spoil it. Sorry.
No.
We see him go from speaking some different language to English.
No, the arc, the different each arc, he experiences some different emotion, right? You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I mean? He right? He becomes affected in a different way. Exactly. It builds up to what ends up being whatever level of like hate or drive he needed to really fight, right? And be a rebel, right? Yep. And that's the coolest thing. It really is because at the end of the day, a rebel is just a very genuine, organic thing, right? You're rebelling against something that's not good, that's not right, right? Now Jassem brings an awesome aspect of contrast to the show today, other than the fact that he's extremely handsome. Essentially when you're as young as he is, what would almost be a veteran content creator. I'm not gonna say experience, but veteran content creator, just because when I first met him, he was 18. Right? There you go. I mean, he's better at content creation now than I still am, and I'm 40. So there you go. Anyway, I'm devolving while he's evolving. No, I'm just kidding. But either way, Jassem also has that fucking awesome grand piano too, which I mean that alone just adds
I'm in Leach's house.
It brings a level of professionality to the live stream, to the show that it's something I could never do or bring. So I mean, I don't have a grand baby piano, unfortunately. So I mean, Wrath is right. Andor learns English over time in the series. All right, there you go. I didn't know who you were fucking talking about there for a minute. Mac, but I forgot that fucking Jassem is now the real Wrath of Khan. My bad. But I just call him Jassem. Anyways, but either way, no. So Jassem's coming in, and it's really cool as hell because I'd known Jassem didn't watch Andor, and I didn't care. I had no problem with that. But I've been begging him to watch it forever for the longest time. I'm like, dude, it's awesome. Just watch it, bro. I didn't even care whether he came out on the show or not about it or not. I just wanted him to watch it. And so he finally decided today to go ahead and watch up to episode 3, which we're going to scrutinize on this show here in just a minute. And he's only knows the series through episode 3. He's never seen the rest of it. So at that point, Jassem, thank you for coming on, brother. And bring this kind of
contrast. By the way, if anyone goes through your older videos, your older live streams, they're gonna fact check you.
On what?
I've been on numerous Andor recaps, bro.
Come on, I'm just fucking with you, man. Come
I
on.
know.
Know that. What'd you do? Two? Didn't you do 2 of the Andor recaps with us?
I've done like a couple. I think even the finale 2, maybe. We'll see. My
Anyways.
memory is short.
But you rewatched it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Now that we talked a little bit about this whole thing, you and I earlier, personally, this whole 4-part, 4-arc deal and that and everything, right? I get the feeling from talking to you that you hadn't really thought about that.
Yeah.
No, you hadn't. Now, once you realized that, and then you watched the 3 episodes today, right? With that lens affected and adjusted, what did it do for you?
It made me understand the creator,
Tony Gilroy. Tony Gilroy.
It makes more sense now why he made the series, why he writes the series like that. Because, I mean, from the first 2 episodes, it's like, okay, it's not that exciting. Why should I stay? But then when you end like the first arc, aka episode 3, with a bang, that's when it's like, okay, what is the next chapter? As an avid reader myself, I always found that like the beginning of the book is always like, hard to understand, hard to like dive yourself into. But then once like, the action starts, which is in episode 3, that's when like immediately chapter 2 starts. Just think about it in terms of arcs. It makes a lot more sense. Tony Gilroy makes episodes like how an author writes books.
Well, yeah, I mean that's something, and that folks, part of please understand, as you're taking this in and whatnot, that I always try to be honest with you and everything and whatnot, and so does Cyber. We never hide or whatever and whatnot when we don't know a lot about something that we're covering, or even I'm moderating or he's moderating a show. We're not afraid to put it out there and say we're not being apologetic or acting like we're doing something wrong. But we just put it out there and say, look. You've seen me do it, Jass. You've seen me do it, Ben. I flat out have said before when I've moderated certain episodes of Star Wars stuff and whatnot, hey, look, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I don't know as much about the lore as this person, that person. But hey, that's why I have so and so on the panel tonight, right? So that I have people that do know these things and whatnot, right? So they can back me up and they're my friends, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they know that they can jump in and talk about something and whatnot if I need help. You know what I mean? Whatnot, right? And honestly, give me credit. At least I'm trying. I'm not afraid to moderate a show about something that I don't know everything about. You know what I mean?
Hey,
and that's it takes balls to do that. I'm not trying to, gulp my thing. Anyways, Ben, what were you gonna say?
Ben's frozen again.
Oh, Ben, you're back to Iceman mode, bruh. Ben's having a bad Wi-Fi day.
He needs a hotspot.
Oh man.
It sure does.
Do we need to like transport him to your hotel room?
Now I'm gonna have to create some kind of fucking Rick and Morty / fucking some / Family Guy with Stewie type fucking like shit where I can copy this Orbic so I can send it to Ben.
Okay.
Ben, I think Ben,
is it me cutting out or?
Yeah, I think you're just having some bad Wi-Fi.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna switch to my phone. Okay.
Go ahead. You're fine. You're perfectly fine.
He's gonna get that 5G.
All right. Sorry.
Oh, and look who decides to pop in.
Hey,
there he is.
What's up, boys? Hey,
Come
Come on, buddy.
just the usual. I forgot my baby piano this week, but
Oh, okay.
Other than that, though, my penis is still here, so that's always good.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Ben's over here frozen as usual and shit. Audio all fucking jacked. I'm just kidding.
Ben, we haven't met. How are you, my friend? Oh,
he just froze.
Jay,
Damn,
he didn't
I
like that,
scared him
bro.
away,
He ain't feeling you, bro.
Yeah.
Any action you thought you were gonna be getting down with Ben on? It ain't happening, bro. Jay, didn't you meet Ben before?
No, this will be the
Really?
first time. Yeah.
Holy shit! I did not realize that. Wow. Anyways, no, Jay. Ben will be right back. He's just having some Wi-Fi issues and whatnot. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. Just got done doing 2 back-to-back doubles, so 29 hours in 2 days.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm ready for a little nightcap. You know what I mean?
2 back-to-back doubles. Jesus,
Yeah.
jeez, man. That's
Yeah.
rough.
When I work my weekends, it's what it is. But that way I get the next 3 off. So it's
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
I could deal with it.
That makes
I can
sense. I
suck
get
it
where you're
up.
coming from. I've known people who have done that before. It's kind of like Kendra. That did Secret Invasion with us and shit and whatnot.
Oh,
Everything. You
okay.
haven't met her before, but you'll meet her eventually. She does Star
Okay.
Wars stuff too.
Cool.
She does her entire plus 40 plus work week, Friday through Sunday, right at a hospital. She as like
Oh, wow.
she's not a nurse and she's not a phlebotomist. She's somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, she does some specialist stuff. So that she can be free during the week to then write in the gaming magazine. She writes in and write her DC stuff that she does, DC reviews
very
for
cool.
DC Comics.
Yeah.
There you go,
And
folks.
love
Ben's
the new
back.
look.
Ben, Jay was trying to introduce himself to you and whatnot and everything and all this shit and saying
And then
he's
you
happy.
sorry,
bailed on
Jay.
me, man. Made me feel bad.
And then you
I'm
bounced.
so sorry, Jay. Like my iPad decided. My iPad's an older iPad, and it decided like, hey, I don't really like this Wi-Fi network, even though my router's literally right behind me. So.
Oh well.
So, but got it all fixed. But it's nice to meet you, Jay.
Cool. No, you too.
That's all right, man. Don't worry about it. I took over for you. I just let Jay know that usually what that typically means from you, that means just go fuck yourself. So you know what I'm saying?
Definitely, Jeff. I definitely want you to go fuck.
Yeah. In Klingon, that's what it means. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I'll tell you right now, folks, look, this is an aside. I actually have an episode of for some reason, I don't know why, on our YouTube channel for when I was on Trekker's Delight, a Star Trek YouTube channel or whatever podcast that
Really?
my boy Jermaine, who Jass, you met Jermaine before, I think, haven't you?
I think.
Either way, folks, you know who Jermaine is. That y'all that are subscribers and whatnot and follow us and everything and whatnot. Jermaine has his from coming on here, he started Trekker's Delight on StreamYard. I went on there as a guest with Lord Deathman. I know you know Lord Deathman, Jassem. Jay, have you ever met Lord? No, you never met Lord Deathman.
Yeah.
I don't think before. Ben, have you met Lord Deathman before?
I think maybe once. Maybe.
Okay, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
No, it's been a minute. Him and Arch haven't been on in a while. You've met Arch, Jassem. I know that.
I think so.
Yeah, you have.
It's
Either
been a
way,
long time.
I know it has. No, the Podcast of Champion guys haven't been on in a while. But either way, no. Bottom line, I can't even remember what the fuck I was going to say anyway. So, anyways, back to Andor. But no, back to Andor. Welcome to the Interesting Bleeding Edge. Andor, endless forever, fucking season 1 recap. Jay,
Yeah.
what's up, bro?
All right.
So basically, Jason, what we were just talking about was I was asking Jassem kind of like what it's like for him. Jassem had been on, and he did a couple of the, you were there too. He did a couple of the Andor recaps with us. You know what I'm saying? The episode recaps, whatnot. I mean, didn't you too, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
And Jasmine, you came on and did the Mandalorian season 3 too, right?
Yeah.
That's right. You did. So did you, Jay.
Yep.
And at that point, basically, what?
What
We
is
already
this
saw
guy
that one.
saying? I'm at Leech's house.
Wrath is right. Oh, he thinks they're his house? Oh my god. Let's let him believe it. Fuck, I'm not gonna explain to him what's going on. Yeah, they live together, brother. They're a very proud, out of the closet, openly gay, married couple. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? No, brother. They just both live in the same condo, the $1 million condo complex in Vegas. So
yeah,
and they
we have a mirror. We have a mirror image.
They decided to set up their
together.
They decided to set up their studio area and shit, whatnot, and everything.
We're literally sitting back to back right now. So
it's just the most practical and logical spot to record. So
I got to download some Star Wars pictures offline.
I'm gonna take that same screen, same background, whatnot, everything, and I'm gonna add some fucked up shit to it. Like I'm gonna add somebody like fucking somebody or some chick sucking some dude's dick. I'm gonna use it myself.
Yeah.
Anyways, folks.
Behind this little wall right here is the stripper pole. You can't see it though.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. I can have I can have Tyrone Biggins playing the piano.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? That'd be great, right?
Y'all
no,
got any more of them Andor recaps?
Oh Lord, good asset, good impression on there, Jay. Man, that was good, dude. I cannot pull off a Tyrone Biggins. I can't. I cannot do impersonations at all. I can't. No, I'm terrible at it. Terrible. Terrible. I can dance. Cannot do impersonations. Anyways, either way though, no. So basically, what I was saying, Jay, was just that Jassem, he watched Andor, but him and I had talked personally about it, whatnot, and everything and whatnot. And I explained to him the dichotomy or the premise of why I wanted to get heavily into episode 3. So we discussed the same things that you and I have discussed about the fact that episode 3, you don't know it. Even when you watch the finale, until after, or when you rewatch it, you don't realize the grasp, but you don't grasp the fact that they do really. The series is a 4-arc series for Cass and Andor, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, everyone's arc also evolves almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In each, right? In each quarter of the show, right?
Yeah.
3 episodes, each 3 episode set. They dropped the show in 3 episodes. Some people thought literally that it was because it was gonna be bad. They're like, oh, they're dropping 3 episodes of it. It must be shit.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah,
Seriously, people
yeah. But there was definitely a legit reason for it.
No, and that's the fucking craziest thing is that, as we discussed before, I was in the private chat. And Jay, tell me what you were thinking when this happened. I was in the private chat with Danny and you the other day. Danny's laughing, saying, I dropped out of Andor after episode 2. Ha 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 ha, whatever.
Right.
Shit. And I'm like, bro, exclamation point. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like, I've been trying to tell you, like, I'm not mad at Danny for that shit. It's like I said before. If Danny doesn't want to watch Andor, he doesn't have to.
Yeah, it's his
But
fault.
episode 3 is where things really swing.
Yeah.
If people were afraid or whatever, whatnot, everything, if they just waited one more episode right there, that should have been enough for them to at least stick around for another episode.
Yeah, that's when you get hooked. And I think that's why they dropped the 3 episodes. I think if they did it, 1 and then the next week 2 and then the next week 3, I think they would have lost a lot of viewers.
You know what? You mentioned that to me before. I didn't really grasp it or understood. Now I get it. Wow, you're right. Holy fuck. You're right. Holy shit. Especially what been going on with Disney economically.
Yeah,
With the subscriber losses on Disney Plus
and Mandalorian season 3.
Hey, listen, I love me some fucking Bo-Katan.
Hey.
Okay, but the first episode was kind of boring.
It was.
Yeah, the first episode of
Wait a minute. You mean when fucking that gator monster and shit fucking came out of the water and shit? Dude, that was the dopest shit ever.
And it threw. Oh, I mean, we're getting off topic, but it threw me off where it was like, wait, is that Mando when he was a kid? And then it was like, oh wait.
Oh, me too. I said the same thing. I thought it was a flashback.
All I want to know is, dude, the Warrior is so dope and everything and whatnot. I loved the Warrior, but what's going on with the Warrior's strategy with shit and like her thought process with stuff and whatnot, everything. Like, why would you be like doing inductions with children into the fucking like the way and shit on the beach right into the water when you've got like
where
you
got these
dinosaur level fucking creatures in the multiples coming out of that bitch regularly that eat people and shit, whatnot, eat Mandalorians and shit. Then have training out there too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. The fuck, man? I mean, is there a better spot?
Yeah, they didn't think that went out too well.
I mean, seriously. The one time the other monster came out, the flying one, that stole fucking what's his name?
Pez.
Oh yeah, Pez's kid.
His kid, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Pez is like, man, we know how this works. Remember, last time this happened, we followed it. I'm like, dude, this happened before.
Right.
Come on now. Are you kidding me, bro?
You didn't learn it from last time?
For reals. How many fucking times is it gonna take? Come on now. Dude, that monster's out there, bro. Dude. Anyways, folks. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. It just upsets me just because, it thinks me out. All I can think about the whole time is why couldn't Grogu be right there on the edge of that fucking beach with those monsters, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously. God damn it. That gator monster would have ate Grogu up.
Yeah.
I would love it. Grogu would have been like, were sat down and playing with some blocks or whatever the fuck he does.
Yeah.
Anyways, folks, no, but so Jay, at that point, Jassem, just to, again, really quick, Jassem, when Jassem and I talked, and we talked about this whole premise, right? Of like, just how awesome it is, how the way the series was structured, the writing was structured to work in this way, to coalesce in this way, right? And now, I'll be honest with you. Me and Jassem, look, when I first met Jassem, all we ever did kind of together on and whatnot, or talked about was economics and the stock market and politics and shit like that and whatnot, right? We never talked about Star Wars. If anyone ever told me that I would have loved Star Wars so much that like now I'm like full on like I'm going to review everything they come out at this point, I've been like, yo, all right, we'll see, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling it. I don't believe in you. But either way, Jass, I kind of, had talked to you about, the whole idea of that. You and I have never really spent much time ever really talking much about like cinematography or story writing and things like that, and the intrinsic aspects of like, of putting together a TV series, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did it, just really quick again, how does it impact your thinking now? Looking at it, watching those first 3 episodes like you did today. And now knowing that they laid this out the way that they did. Look about what Jay just said. If they had literally just dropped the episodes weekly, he's right. Those first 2 episodes broken up, then into 3, they would have shed some serious fucking losses as far as the audience for that 3rd episode compared to what they ended up with. So what do you think? I mean, how does it affect it? That thought, that just knowing that.
I guess in a way, the cinematography, I mean, comparing it to The Mandalorian, I love the cinematography of Andor. The lighting, especially I think in that first episode where like
so dark.
Andor goes like a bar and stuff, like kind of gave me a little bit of like not cyberpunk, not Blade Runner, yeah, like those type of vibes. Something that like you would normally see in a movie, something that you rarely would see in a TV show, especially even at HBO. I guess just shows the high quality aspect.
You mean at Disney? Now look at that, Ben. He just said HBO. How many times have I said that? Literally, the first thing I thought to myself when I watched Andor was, "This is like an HBO Studios produced series."
Yeah,
I thought it was better than HBO.
Yeah, it looks better, honestly.
That's awesome. No, keep on going, Jassem. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, like when you look at shows like Euphoria and stuff, like they're more on the artistic side. But this Andor thing, it's like you're watching a more serious version of Rogue One, mixed with not Mission Impossible, but like I guess think about like your favorite action/mystery show.
Yeah,
like the quality is way better than Kenobi, way better than Mandalorian.
Yeah,
go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
I'm with you, and I think maybe what you might be looking for is that it's a heist story, a heist movie at the same time too, with all that other stuff mixed into it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I love it for that reason too. It's a different. I mean, I've had this conversation with Jeff a few times. It's just darker. It's a darker version of Star Wars than what we normally used to seeing. We're used to normally seeing the Star Wars that's basically like good for all ages, adults, kids. It goes across the entire spectrum. Where Andor, it's a little grittier, it's a little darker, and it's more of a crime noir type show.
Yeah.
Really good detective story. Like you're going back into Andor's past, like little flashbacks here and there, little tidbits, but you're always wondering, like, okay, what's this dude's angle? Like, what's actually going on? What's happening? And it's like, it always keeps you questioning everything that's going on, which is great, and which I love about it.
Yeah.
And then with episode 3, culminating all of those wonderings and everything like that, it's like, oh, okay. Now that makes sense. Everything makes sense now. I really like this. I'm going to keep on.
Wait, Ben, did you find that like whenever they show like Andor's past, like the lighting seems like more brighter, but then when they show Andor's like an adult, it's like more like darker?
I did see that. Yeah, like everything brightens up, even just a slight bit, not even a lot, but enough to notice. Like, okay, so it's a happier, somewhat happier time, and then you go into when he's adult, he's all sad, he's moping around. Especially in the first 3 episodes, he's basically just running from the law, hiding, trying to make his way, and yeah, that's what I would characterize that as. But
But not fun like GTA.
No. No.
I really like the cinematography when they were scoping out the fortress where they were going to do the heist, and there was that what's the celebration they were having? It was almost like a 4th of July or New Year's, and everybody was looking at the sky, and and that was
Empire
like the
Day?
distraction. Yeah, I'm not sure what it was, but anyway, they had a lot of that cool, like Northern Lights kind of look to it and everything like that. So yeah, the cinematography, especially when they got like close-ups of like the Star Destroyer coming like so close overhead and stuff like that. It was wild. I really loved it.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just spoiled like a future episode.
Oh.
I spoiled a future episode?
Northern Lights.
Mm.
No, it was it during the first 3? No, I guess it wasn't.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Wait, you only saw up to 3?
I know I've seen the whole series.
Oh, okay.
We're only
but
talking...
like for the show wise.
Oh, gotcha. Well, if somebody hasn't seen it by now, that's their fault. And Almac, my cat, like I got 3 of them running around here. I just got home from work, so they're not leaving me alone.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. For some reason, I can't chat on this for that one.
That's all good.
Well, no, so I had a question while we're waiting for Jeff to get back.
Yeah.
Do you recall? Well, of course you recall in episode 3 when Kazian met Skarsgård's character. I forget his name. I'm
Dick.
sorry. Yeah. So when he meets him in that warehouse, who booby trapped that, and who was it for?
Oh, Lutheran. Wait, we're talking about Lutheran, right?
Lutheran. Yeah.
Yeah.
But who booby trapped that, and for who? Because
Lutheran for the Empire.
Who do you say?
Lutheran made the booby traps for any unwanted guests.
Okay, cool. Because that whole once he pulled one thing, that whole thing came down. And
I think he was planning that. Also, this is more of a creative comment, but I actually found out doing some research today that remember in episode 3 when the basically like the police are coming through the streets and you hear them just clanking and that whole signal's like, hey, they're here, get ready kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, Tony Gilroy actually thought that whole thing out where he said they have a whole message system throughout the city, being basically like a industrial planet or industrial town. They're all doing this for free. They're oppressed people, and like they're gonna have that internal communication. And he said they're gonna clang a certain amount of clangs to get everybody ready to hear the message, and then they're gonna send the message, basically like a preparatory code, and then the actual message so that people can hear, kind of like a Morse code type thing. It was really interesting because I had never really thought about that before. I mean, I had figured that they had some sort of message system built in, but I didn't know it was going to be that in depth, if that makes sense. Like I mean, what are your comments about or thoughts about that?
It was actually really interesting. I've only learned. I've never thought about it that way. I mean, it was kind of obvious, like the whole they have their own messaging system that everyone knows. One thing that I do wonder is how long did it take people to actually understand it, for all the newcomers? Was it just easy or?
I mean, it could be, but at the same time, well, it's also like learning a new language. You just got to be surrounded by it. You got to learn. I mean, first you got to learn it, but then you got to be, what's the word? I'm exposed to it 24/7. You got to be in it all the time to learn a new language and everything like that. So that's what I think.
So it must be common for them to come over.
And that could have been something that was set up by Kazian's mom too, because she, secretly was, starting the rebellion, and that just could have been something that's been brewing for a little while. And this little underground way of communicating or whatever was part of kind of like their safeguard.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hey, I unfortunately have to hop off here. I gotta take some stuff, but it's been real, guys. I appreciate it,
Hi,
Jeff.
brother.
Thank you.
All right,
again.
Nice meeting
All
you,
right.
buddy.
See you, Ben.
All right. There we go. Sorry about that. folks.
Jeff, what took you so long?
I apologize. What do you call it? Ben never lets me know that he's gonna dip out. It's funny. I'm just like, oh, okay. We love you, Ben. Anyways, no, but sorry about that, folks. I didn't realize my lighting would be so bad in my room, but they unfortunately decided to not put bulbs in some of the lights. So sorry. Thank you, Micro Hotel. So no, thanks for carrying things on, guys. But no. All right. So first episode 3 goes. And yes, thank you, Jay. We're doing a recap of season 1 of Jassem. At this point, like if we're spoiling shit for people and whatnot and everything, then they got a problem.
Yeah.
Why they be watching this shit? I have no idea. Like I would tell them not to watch it if they haven't watched Andor. Like don't watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you didn't watch Andor, folks, don't watch this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry, but like I'd rather you enjoy the show, the series than you know what I'm saying than give me a view or whatever. Or
What if people actually enjoy the shows more after hearing a spoiler?
That's true.
Yeah, I used to like when the sequel trilogies were coming out. I used to read all the stuff on Reddit and stuff like that. 75% of it was bullshit. But I loved hearing the different theories and what people.
You're talking about the leak / rumor mill shit and everything and whatnot.
Yeah. Most of it's bullshit, but it gets you like salivating for it.
Some of it drives me nuts, so I won't lie. I don't want to get off course. Last Sunday we had Kyle on from True Believers, and I love Kyle to death. But Kyle loves coming on here and he has a good ass time, whether he wants to admit it or not. Kyle, motherfucker. But either way, he has fun, and he just before you know, we get going. And he starts bringing up Secret Invasion, and we're going in the direction with that and everything, whatnot. Right? We're trying to do episode 3 Andor and not. Now we're talking about Rogue One. You know what I mean? Whatnot, right? And I'm like, dude, we're gonna talk about Rogue One. Don't worry. You know what I mean? Like it's coming. It's down the pipe. Like I've already got it all worked out how we're going to talk about it and work it in, right? But either way, no, just as an aside, basically, overall, I feel like in the end of the day, Jay, we did bring up something that I want to ask you about, and that's the fact that I finally did go ahead and basically check to see what the overall reception was to Andor on YouTube in terms of people who made videos that did season recaps type stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not in parts, but just full blown, of any level. It didn't matter how many subscribers they had. It didn't matter. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like just what the overall feel was. And I watched some of them. I did. Mm-hmm. Why they liked it, whatever. The only person I could find, one person I could find, that literally even in the thumbnail it says, essentially I don't like Andor, was Star Trek Theory or whatever, whatnot, right? And who I love to death, right? And I'm a whole bro. This ain't nothing against you, Star Trek, Star Wars Theory, but I love your shit, bro. You're a dope dude, and the guy from Den of Geek, right, was there. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, and I love that guy too, man. Props, bro. You make some good content. But they said they were talking, dude. They were talking back and forth, and they weren't trashing Andor, but they were just saying like it's not that good for one thing, and on top of that, it's actually hurting Star Wars.
How do they feel that? How they feel it's doing that?
Jay, you'd have to go back and watch it, man. I mean, they go on for a long time about it. They do.
They do storytelling differently with Star Trek.
No, what's that?
You said they were like Star Trek fans, right?
No. I meant Star Wars. I'm sorry. I apologize. No.
Okay.
We're talking. No, they didn't like Andor.
Hey, how are you?
Leech is on the phone. He didn't even mute himself.
No, they didn't like Andor. That's the whole deal. You know who Star Wars Theory is, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
You know the guy from Den of Geek?
I've heard Den of Geek.
I'm at home.
Well, either way, let's listen to Jason.
You put yourself on mute.
I was hoping we would get some good shit there. Anyways, no. Basically, Jassem, they didn't like Andor. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't think it was good. And on top of that, they also said, I believe, again, folks, I'm not bad mouthing these people at all. I like their content. I do. I watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't watch it for for content purposes, for research. I watch it for enjoyment. Right? Like, so I mean, at that point, I'm just putting it out there. I like their stuff. I'm a subscriber to their channels. But yes, Jassem, they taught for like 2 hours straight, basically on a live stream about how they both agree that they didn't like Andor, and they honestly believe they go on about and explain why they think it actually hurts Star Wars overall, the brand.
That's crazy. Did they watch the whole series?
This was after Andor was over.
Wow.
Yep. So I was surprised.
I have a buddy, and I told you about him, that he said he didn't like it. He said it didn't feel like Star Wars, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, but you really liked Rogue One. I mean, Rogue One was, one of the best spinoffs, and it just didn't feel like it. And the only thing he could bring up to back that up was Andor, and I have a problem with this too, honestly, is Andor getting arrested while he's on vacation, and then ends up spending 6 years in prison, and that they're
wait. Why are we saying this stuff when it's supposed to be for episode 3 and before?
No, Jassem, you understand. Jassem, we're doing a season 1 recap of Andor, right? We're talking about the whole series. I'm enshrining episode 3, right?
Okay.
Because I feel like episode 3 is the episode that's pivotal to watch. And so many people dropped off of Andor at episode 2.
Right.
You're saying like that's for like literally, I'm telling you, bro, you know how many creators I talk to every week. I'm telling you, I heard so many different creators tell me when I asked them, hey, do you want to come on and do an Andor episode review with us? Bro, I dropped out from episode 2. You know what I'm saying? Episode 1. And I'm like, man, you should have stuck with this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm nice though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never rude about it. And hey, everyone's allowed to have their opinions. It's just like the MCU. I mean, hell, we're a live stream discussional show type deal. Like, without contrast and without people not liking things and liking things, how will we ever have really good conversations at times? You know what I'm saying? Well, not right. There's only certain topics or subjects or films, whatever, where it's positive to have a discussion where everyone agrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
My point simply is that, and yes, sir, Jassem, as I've told you multiple times now, when I in messaging, this is a recap, a season 1 recap show. We're doing it in parts, but we're not doing like re-reviews of the episodes. I feel like episode 3 is symbolic, and this is actually good to talk about and put out real quick. I feel like it's symbolic in displaying how the story writing is designed. The production was designed. The layout of the structure of the series was designed to be 4 separate arcs. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like it was built that way. That's not normal that I know of. Jay, I don't know. I've never really seen many TV series that have ever done anything like that before.
No.
Unless it was
one continuous story, and
unless it was perfectly segmented.
Perfectly
segmented, and it's like a limited thing
like that before.
No, I've never seen it. So I mean, Jassem, and again, Cyber would know more about this than I would. He would, but historically, I don't know of this happening. I don't ever remember.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
Huh?
Have you watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
I'm in season 7.
Okay. Did you notice any arcs?
Yeah, but it's not. What do you mean?
Like, how like you said, Andor has like 4 arcs. Did you see something similar like that in Star Wars, The Clone Wars?
No, this is in 1 season. They have 4 3-episode arcs.
I know, but did you see something similar like that in Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
No,
Or you just didn't notice?
In one
Okay,
in one season?
Yeah. I mean, there's multiple arcs per season.
Oh, yes. No, but I've never seen it ever grouped before in this way, where literally in each 3-episode evolution of Jassem Andor, they bring in external factors, different characters and they even take them different places that all attribute to them coming to the place at the finale where he's prepared to then get into become the Jassem Andor of Rogue One.
Oh, okay. Those types. Oh,
right, Jason? Did I explain that correctly?
Yeah. And there are arcs in the Clone Wars, but it's not segment. It seemed like Andor was purposely segmented exactly like that. Whereas because shows are going to have arcs. They could be 3 episodes. They could be 7. But this was a consistent. It was the series would cut into quarters, 3, 3 and 3, and each one, you could call something different. Like the original was the first 3 were like the intro. The next 3 were the heist. The next 3, which I'm in the middle of rewatching now, is kind of a Mon Mothma arc, if you will.
Luthen Mon Mothma. Yep.
But it also is the prison arc. So
yes.
And
that one sets up, right? The finale where fuck, man. You want to talk about driving? I don't even know what to call the escalation and the sort of tension and sort of what's the word? Escalate the anticipation that they build up, the anticipation that they build up, right? It's so fucking heavy and intense and meta and deep, right? And so there's so many words. I mean, I don't even know how many to describe of that arc you're talking about with Mon Mothma and Luthen. That's probably my favorite part. It really is. I mean, I'm sorry, but the prison thing's awesome, but don't get me wrong. But that's the whole deal with that is it's all literally the actor that played the character in Attack and whatnot and in the prison. And I forget his name because I'm retarded. As
You're
usual.
talking about oh my gosh, the guy who played Gollum.
The Gollum guy, yes.
Yeah.
The director.
Yeah, Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. Okay, Andy Serkis. He's great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I thought he should have got nominated for an award. I did.
Yeah.
For his. I mean, you don't in the Emmys and stuff like that. Why not? Don't they usually have some kind of award on the TV award stuffs where they have some kind of award for a character that just jumps in for an episode or 2?
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. You know what I mean? That just jumps in for an episode or 2 and has that much of an impact.
Yeah.
But no, I just feel like that Mon Mothma Luthen parallelization shit where they're fucking literally, I don't even know how to describe it. There's one thing to have character parallelization. There's one thing to have flashback, real-time parallelization, like in episode 3, right? You know what I mean? Well, not that's so heavy, right? Which is another we'll talk about in a minute. It's such a deep trope, such a deep thing to do. I've never seen that before either. Legitimate parallelization directly from flashbacks to real time, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Throughout episode 3, where you see it 3 or 4 different times, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Jay? Mm-hmm. Jassem, do you know what I'm talking about in episode 3? That parallelization of the flashbacks and how it correlates throughout the episode to the future, to reality in real time. Mm-hmm. It's deep, man. It's deep. You see what I'm saying?
Have you found sometimes they would even switch from the past to the present with the sounds? Kind of like how you see it in Oppenheimer.
That's the thing. It's all yes. Good point, Jassem. The Andor is so good that you almost forget about the goddamn score at times. You do. It's that good. The acting, the writing, right, Jay? I mean, at times you almost forget to even talk about the score, but the score, the accompaniment of it, and how Jay, did you see Oppenheimer?
I did not. I'm gonna wait till it streams.
No problem. That's all right. Hey, don't disrespect the man. Okay. All right. He's saving money. He's saving money for crack. Okay.
That's right.
And
wait.
Very important part of my life, man.
That's fine now. You got to budget your money. So, anyways, between massage parlors and crack, you got to, make sure you're straight. Anyways, but no, I'll tell you right now, I would love to go to a massage parlor in the Star Wars universe, like you know what I'm saying, on some other planet, or whatever shit. That would be dope.
I thought you want to go to Lutheran's toy shop.
I fuck Lutheran's toy shop.
yeah,
I want to go to the massage parlor on fucking Coruscant or some shit down there.
Speaking of which, when he went to go look for his sister at that shady club, that was a brothel, right?
Yes. Yeah, totally
Okay,
was a
that's what I
brothel.
thought.
Yeah, hell yeah. There was a brothel. It was a bar brothel. Yeah.
Yeah, looking
Yeah.
for his sister. That's messed up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was. No, it was. But they're very subtle about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have Star Wars, and they go, "Yeah, we got this whorehouse over here." And
Jabba had his dancers.
Yeah, no. And one of the DC animated film reviews we did, that's how fucking mature the DC animated films are. The first Green Lantern one, first flight, the first human Green Lantern, God, I can't remember his name because I cover so much shit that like it all gets crossed up sometimes. Hale Jordan, right? It's his introduction story. Him and one of the veteran lanterns go to a fucking like space alien brothel, and an escort hooker prostitute actually approaches the fucking lantern that's with Hale and knows them, and the fucking lantern's one of her customers.
That's awesome.
Is that dope?
Yeah.
He's there to get information from her, right? And then he tortures her by having her smoke space crack.
Nice.
Yep. There you go, baby. So, folks, there you go. I don't know what to say about that. I'm gonna leave her there. But anyway, where does it even go? I don't want to know. But no, basically, Jassem. No, of course, I saw the arcs of in Clone Wars. It's just that again, this and Jassem, this gets in, and you weren't here then, Jay, but this gets into where again, you and I have never even had a conversation before in our entire friendship or content creation about anything, but in reviews, we never really talked heavily about story writing, that much, really. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot. And hey, when we did the Andor reviews, the episode reviews, I wasn't cognizant of what the fuck of this whole premise. I had no clue that was what was going on. I was just so immersed in what was going on in real time, episode to episode.
Yeah.
While also reviewing 2 other fucking TV series. You know what I'm saying? That like, you know what I mean? Like, at that time that like, I didn't have time to think about things like that. Fuck, what are you kidding me? It never occurred to me that the whole, I never understood why they dropped the first 3 episodes. I figured it had to do with timing. With like maybe then a Marvel Disney Plus series or something and all. That's how, scheduling conflicts or something like that is what I figured.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I said in the show. I was like, I think they just dropped the first 3 episodes because so-and-so's Disney Plus series might be coming out, right? And whatnot, everything, and they want to squeeze that in this year, right? And remember, at that time, just like now, we didn't know what the fuck was going on with Marvel. Right. We didn't know. At that point, that was some things we're getting to the point where it was like, we don't know what we're getting now. So, unfortunately, either way, Ben left. Was it Jay? Was it Ben that mentioned the or was you, Jassem, that mentioned the clanging, right? The hammering and everything.
Yeah,
that little Morse code thing you're talking about.
Yeah. Was it Ben that said he didn't grasp at first what that was about? See, I did. When we watched episode 3, when we reviewed it, I knew. And you can go back and watch the review. I mentioned it. I said, just think, it links directly to the opening of episode 2 with the guy that starts the workday by hammering the shit. Yeah. Right? Again, it's all part of that 3-episode arc. Each episode of that first 3 episodes connects in some subtle way, right? Not directly, subtly, episode to episode, and culminates to wherever you get in that third episode.
Right.
It's dope, right? And they change it up every arc they change it. Every arc they change how they go about it, how they write it, the flow of it, the music changes, right?
Yeah.
Every arc, it all changes. They focus on different characters. Or if they don't, and they continue focusing on characters, they evolve and change what's going on in the context with the characters. Right? They're being fucked up too. They're also evolving. Their arc is escalating, just like Cassian's. They're being changed. That's where the Mon Mothma Luthen deal comes in. Right? As Luthen is basically coming to the conclusion that, hey, I've got to like fucking, start fucking with dudes like, Saw Gerrera and whatnot, and start killing people and whatnot, and sacrificing entire fucking ships of rebels and shit and whatnot to do this shit. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It has to happen. Right? And then he drops that speech that about fucking kills you. Makes you want to die.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Talk about some powerful shit, man. No, seriously, Jay, what did you think of that shit?
I did. I like it. It was very, very deep, and I think it has an even deeper meaning once we find out who Luthen really is. Can I throw my theory out there?
Yeah.
Is that he's a Jedi in hiding? Like he may be in tune with the Force.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Jay. Okay. You were on last week. I'm starting to drop. I'm not going to play anything. There's no need for it in this episode, but over the next couple parts of this recap, I've actually got a bunch of right here in my vid clips. I've got sections of Tony Gilroy talking about why they did certain aspects and why they wrote certain things and did certain things throughout the series.
Oh, okay.
I've got minutes of clips of his interviews, right before and after Andor. Yeah. And I've also got ones with the actual actors and actresses talking about how certain episodes were planned or how they were told to act. It's coming, bro. You feel me?
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun. We had to go that direction. I wanted to. I remember I told you I wanted to get into like some of the actual, right? Like what did the actresses and actors think?
Right.
Like during all this. You know what I mean? Like what was it like playing this character? What did it feel like to give that speech?
Right.
That kind of deal, right? What did it mean to you? But no, go ahead. Like literally, you honestly think what I'm saying is I never heard him say we're never gonna have the Force or Jedi in the series. All I heard him say is
nothing about that. Right.
No, all I heard him say is just basically that when he was asked, why is there none of that in this, first season, he just said, you know what? It didn't fit. It did not fit into what my premise for what I wanted the first season to be. And then as we evolved the writing and we could, throughout the process of trying to create and produce the show, even on the fly, it made less and less sense to even inject something like that into the story.
Right. Right.
And it would take away.
It would almost be a cop out at that point.
No, it would take away from the core authenticity and grittiness and the human angle. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. You add Jedis and the Force and stuff and whatnot to the story, it affects the speeches in a way, right? I mean, if you've got people all of a sudden there that have powers, right? Like, it almost in a way, doesn't it lessen Mon Mothma having to sit there and know that she's going to give away her daughter in an arranged marriage, that literally she's in one already that is utterly fucking miserable.
Yeah.
It's a farce.
Now, I'm not saying that in the next season you're going to see Luthen coming out with a lightsaber and start levitating jet. I just think that he's maybe like lost his. I don't know. But during the speech, he's talking about loss and how he can never go back to who he was and what he had to give up and all this other stuff. And I just keep thinking that he's like a Jedi that survived Order 66 and is in hiding. Now I don't, like I said, I don't expect him to jump out with a lightsaber, but I do believe that he was once a Jedi and maybe got what's the word?
Disillusioned.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, disillusioned by the whole religion. You know, so I
But
don't
he
think
didn't
he's going
become
to
an
come out and be
inquisitor.
super Jedi, but I think he has a connection with the Force. I don't think he's going to use it.
I'll tell you right now, I have no connection with Captain Bree's flat ass.
That
at
thing
all.
is flat. You know what? Somebody had a picture of that, and then Tom Holland in his Spider-Man costume.
I saw that. I saw that.
And Tom Holland's ass was thick, boy.
I know. This is Jassem's type right here. Jassem goes for these flat ass.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jassem likes a nice 7-year-old boy ass. Jass, I'm just messing with you, bro. Come on,
I
man.
know.
I haven't seen you forever, dude. Come on now. Hey, look, pity me, bro. I just found out the other day that Magnum condoms don't fit me. You know what I'm saying? You know what that was like for me, bro? Nah, don't. I mean, it was it hurt me. I mean, it really fucked me up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, I'm changed forever now.
Yeah.
Because of that shit. It was. Look at me, dude. I mean, I was studying the box and shit. I was very confused. So there you go, bro. Anyways, well, I'm not getting that. I can't talk anymore because there's litigation. I have sued Magnum condoms for discrimination, transphobia, because they don't fit on my small penis. Anyways, but no. The only thing I can think of that would be honestly. The only thing I can think of that even equates to the level of impact of Luthen's speech is fucking the night that she hugged on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the night that she hugged on me is almost like a speech itself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a speech without words.
Gotcha.
That's how powerful it is. But no, I honestly, I'm gonna remake the thumbnail for this just to be clear, and I'm gonna add Jar Jar to it, and it's gonna say, "What if Jar Jar was in Andor?" Right or whatever. Season 1, and then the mom is gonna say, "Just kidding, folks." But I gotcha.
Right.
Now we're back to Andor, baby. That's what it's saying. No, I'm actually thinking about doing that. But no, to get us back on track and whatnot, and kind of wrap up talking about episode 3 and sort of just what it is about it. And I've got some clips from that too. I wish they would have done one of those sort of like promo teasers for the episode for me to work with. So I could throw that up. But I'm gonna go ahead and play one of the trailers. So I'll tell you right now, I'm sorry, but I don't watch trailers that much unless they're in reactions or whatever, for instance, that I like or whatever. And the Andor trailers are so fucking good, man. That again, they're one of the main reasons besides Rogue One that just sucked me in. I had to review it. They're so fucking good.
Yeah.
You guys can tell me as Star Wars fans what these shows did for you compared to all the other ones you've seen. Dude, Kyle Solar fucking killed it, man. He really did. I'm sorry, but he did. In a way, right, Jay? I mean, he in the first 2 arcs. In the first arc, he basically is, other than Cassian, he is the biggest piece. He is the biggest, character.
Yeah, and I don't know who that actor is, but like
Kyle Solar.
But was he in anything else that I would know?
You know what, Jassem? Could you pull up his IMDb real quick?
Yeah, let me look it up.
Yeah, it's Soller. I'm sure he must be in something else. I'd have to imagine. I can't remember. I've seen him in an interview or two. I think he might be British. I'm not sure. I can't remember. What a shock, right? Another fucking outstanding actor, and he's not American. He's a British. He's got a perfect American accent, but he's British, right? But no, you know what? What's her name is British. The woman that works for Primor, and is so prominent in the second arc.
Yeah.
All right. She's British.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you want me to find with Kyle Solar?
What is it? What is his? What has he been in?
What has he been in?
Yeah.
Let's see. He's been on Titan, Fury, Anna Karenina, whatever you call it.
Anna Karina?
Anna Karina, whatever. He's actually a voice in Dead Island 2.
Oh, I just got done playing that game. I just
Yeah, that's really it.
Okay, because what I wanted to say about him is that his facial expressions don't change much, but you get so much emotion out of like, you know, a scene that he's in. Like you can read him so well, even though he doesn't have like. There you go. But do you know what I mean, or is that like make no sense to you?
Dodger.
Is that your dog?
Yeah, it's Dodge. Shut up, man. Hey, you better stop. I'm gonna take away 4 of your 17 different treats. He's getting old, folks. I don't tell you. Anyways, no, I get what you're saying, Jay. I do. I had no idea he was in Fury. I didn't even notice. He must have been in a bit part. Let's see. Okay, so he really doesn't have much of a huge catalog here.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of this, he must be British at this point because I don't even recognize any of this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, he's British. No, you're right. No, and that's again. I think this is important because again, it reflects this whole deal where, in a way, it must have been sad for him to know that like he was going to be in one of the arcs where like he was going to have to like his overall arcs of the series almost devolves, right? It almost parallels Cassian.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt.
It does.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit, Jay. I didn't even realize that shit.
Yeah.
He's the only character in the entire show that you see in every single fucking 4-part deal.
Yeah.
That also evolves, but just not in a different way, which is why it's so fucking interesting as shit. And like, I can't wait. It's so exciting to see what he's going to be like in season 2, what they're going to do with him.
Yeah.
But again, folks, if you never got to episode 3, shit.
Yeah.
Why you're here, I don't even know, but or why you watch this, I have no idea. But I mean, unless you want to just see, like, you know, like watch us like fucking look like clowns and talk about how great Andor was, like because you thought it was fucking a goddamn like bologna sandwich joke or whatever, whatnot after episode 2. Well, it's all good. We don't hate you. It's all good. Well, you know, we just wish that you would, you know, consider, you know, taking our advice and leaving us, and that when we wouldn't lie to you and tell you that Andor is dope as shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, honestly, now you tell me, Jay, like, look, for me, as you go back, right? Whether you watch episode 3 again or whatever for something like this or whatever, whatnot, right? Or whatever, however, you know, you do it. What did watching that scene itself, let's say, do for you? Like, I mean, what did you think about yourself in this setting, in this context, kind of, you know, really being analytical about it, right?
Yeah. Well, like I said with Cyril's, what do you call it? With his range, it really, especially in that clip that you showed, you know, really showcased that. I think with the mother.
His ability to emote.
Yeah,
right. With his body language and with his facial expressions and whatnot, right, is outstanding.
But they're just so subtle. You know what I
mean? Did you see it? Yeah, it is. And did you see at the end that, like, at the end, I didn't notice it until just now. At the end, you see the hatred.
Oh yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right there, it starts.
It's so subtle. That's my thing. It's like
I never saw it till now.
Yeah.
Folks,
yeah, it's not
I
like he's like,
what you already have noticed something that you never noticed before. I just noticed something that I'd never noticed before. You know what I'm saying? Like literally.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, dude, that's how good this fucking series is. I mean, talk about fucking extremely good production, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, to drop some shit like that quickly to where you almost have to watch you almost got to fast forward and rewind and slow mo the shit to even fucking notice it.
Right.
To have it be that dope.
Yeah.
You think yeah. I mean, seriously, you think the director didn't see that shit and was like, holy fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah. There's so much talent in this show too. There's probably 10 actors in here that I've never seen before, but I know I'm going to see them again.
Oh,
the
I mean,
guy who played Cyril, probably half the people who were part of the heist gang.
I gotta know who cast the show now.
Yeah, and then the Imperial woman, the blonde badass.
Oh yeah, yeah, Deidre.
That's right. Yeah. So she's she'll be she's going to be a superstar.
Yeah, and you know what? I guarantee you, if we pulled her up, she's probably has the same sort of resume as Solar, right? Because again, they're both British, right?
Yeah.
And now I know for sure. You know what I mean? They both are. So they're probably known there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like that wouldn't surprise me. So no. And that's the thing, man. Jay, during in the episodes reviews, didn't we bat around the whole concept that this is an ensemble show?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no doubt. There's so much talent on here.
No, and that's the thing. Is that when you think ensemble cast, right? By definition, a part of it is you anticipate that this cast is going to be people who are well-known brand name motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right? Not Denise Gao or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That plays Deidre. Right?
Yeah.
Or Kyle Solar, who you don't even know who the fuck he is.
Right.
But until Andor, I would have never known. Like honestly, man, Vix, the actress that plays Vix.
Yeah.
I mean, who is of course Adria Arjona. You're right. I mean, they're all. I mean, seriously, Faye Marseille that plays Val. You don't think she's not going to make out off this?
Oh no, most definitely she will.
Now, wait. Here we go, Jay. Which arc was hers? It was the third one, right?
Yes,
the one where she really stands out? It was the third one. It wasn't the Rebel.
Yeah.
It wasn't the heist one.
Right.
The one that really, for me, that did something for me with her character was the third one.
Yeah. Because
that
I was
weird?
actually just. Yeah. She was a huge part of that. Yeah. And she developed a whole lot.
And that's the thing. You see her. She has more screen time. In that second arc, but it doesn't matter. In the third arc, I feel like they add more depth to her character.
Yes.
Does that make sense? The
Yeah,
fact
absolutely.
that she's the cousin or whatever and whatnot of Mom Mothma, right? And whatnot, everything, right? You see her dressed up and whatnot and elegantly. You find out she has money, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's basically just silver spoon, type motherfucker. A chick, whatever. I mean, she is. I think essentially is the gist I got, if I remember correctly, from those scenes. From when you see her then and whatnot, is that she looked she looked like she was very high heeled.
Yes. Yeah.
And like
you wouldn't think that from the heist. Yeah.
And that's what's so dope about it. You know what I'm saying? It really is. And plus that her whole demeanor and disposition is different. With Mom Mothma, you know what I'm saying? Whatnot, right? Like, I mean, just her about everything. It's kind of different.
Yeah.
So you see her evolve. Right? I mean, hey, it's only her. There's only three people that survived the heist.
Right.
I mean, and some people feel like I think it was Ben and Kyle last week, they said that they both thought that the heist arc was the worst of the 4 arcs.
Really?
Yes. But again, so what? It doesn't make any difference. I find it interesting that they think that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because like literally, like honestly, I haven't even totally processed what that arc's even about really fully yet. Like what it really means, like what it's supposed to represent. I don't know.
Right.
Because I haven't gotten that far yet, man. I stopped at episode 3, bitch. I'm sorry, 2. I don't even know where I'm just like I don't know where I'm coming up with this shit.
Yeah.
You know, it must have been a combination of dropping Twit's acid and then smoking some angel dust and shit, right? In my weed again and whatnot and everything. And somehow all of a sudden I know what's going on.
Right.
I think the Wrath of Khan had to go give other.
I'm back, guys. I had to do meal prep.
I thought maybe you were giving Captain Kirk a BJ real quick or something. I didn't know.
No, dude, I had to do a meal prep because my mom comes home from work around like an hour from now. So, you know, get the things started going.
Cool. Well, you know what? Most people would be like somehow maybe like feel apologetic or all fucked up because you mentioned your mother and I mentioned the BJ with Captain Kirk. You know, I don't give a fuck. I still think it's funny as shit. So, and you know it too, right?
Yeah.
And you know I respect your mother too. You know what I'm saying and whatnot. And you know what I mean. So there you go, right? I give her a big hug if I ever met her.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she loves CNN. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. My bad.
Wait, what?
I said I shouldn't have said that.
I know. I don't know the context. Sorry, I just jumped in.
Oh, I said I'd give your mom a hug if I met her.
Oh, yeah.
Even though she watches CNN.
Actually, she stopped watching CNN for like the past couple months to a year.
Oh, really? What's she watching now?
Sports, soccer. Soccer. What else? Football. Just any sports. Not baseball or golf.
I was going to say maybe is she watching what's his name there? That one fucking like crazy conservative dude that's fucking God. I'm not even going there. I can't remember his name.
And she also watches all 90 Day Fiance. So,
oh well, you know what? Hey, that's almost Andor level entertainment right there. Anyways, but no. So you missed out. You missed out on the scene we played. Jass, I really would love to get your opinion on it, but it's long. I'm not gonna replay it. But
I've seen it before I left.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I do have a trailer. That's what I was talking about today, right? That's the connection. Episode 2. Oh man, it's a fucking masterpiece.
They're so proud of themselves. So fat and satisfied.
They're everywhere. They're watching me now.
Some of the shots are fucking unbelievable. They really are. The depth of them.
Soon enough, these days will end. There will be no rules going forward.
Standing up.
That shit right there. Holy fuck.
That's what a reckoning sounds like.
steal from the Empire? You just walk in like you belong. They're so proud of themselves. So fat and satisfied. They can't imagine that someone like me would ever get inside their house.
Hey, that's the same Bear Call music from the series.
The Empire is choking us so slowly. We're starting not to notice. What I'm asking is this. Wouldn't you rather give it all to something real? I need all the heroes I can get.
For the greater good.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it war.
Fermenting out there, son. Pockets of fermenting.
Oh my God. All right, here.
You're in my net.
Are you a fish?
Or are you a thief?
You're slipping. I'm not slipping. I've just been hiding for too long.
Oh man.
As long as everyone thinks I'm an irritation, there's a good chance they'll miss what I'm really doing.
What are you really doing?
This is what revolution looks like.
I'm tired of losing.
Okay. Jassem, that music is fucking awesome, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously, bro. I'm sorry, but like that it's just literally it's so I don't know how to describe it. It's fucking great. I mean, and Jay, do you know that is some of the same music from that was from the series?
From which series?
From Andor.
You mean
That in that trailer right there?
Oh yeah.
That is they do play that same. That is some of the same Bertelli, whatever, whatnot. The composer and the score guy. That you do hear that same that same that same music, whatever, in the series at some points.
Right. Yeah.
I love that they injected it into the trailer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like that, right? I mean, and does it not fit it fits the pace of the trailer so well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. What did you think, Jassem? What did you think? It's been a long time. Now I'll ask you, Jay. What do you think now after watching Andor, seeing it? Watching episodes 1 through 3 again. What do you? How do you feel about those trailers?
I remember recalling back to like time when I first saw the trailer. Like when you see those gunships that the it's not the Empire, but like those like civilian response teams.
Yeah.
The Primor carrier ships that they use to come down onto Ferris.
Yeah. I remember like in the beginning, I'm like, is this like a miniature version of a gunship that the Empire uses?
Right.
And I remember like seeing like all the Death Troopers, and I think about Rogue One and Star Wars Rebels. Like now that I've seen this trailer again, I did wish that like they added more of the Dark Troopers, because like those were like a relatively new thing since the creation of Rogue One. What else? I love seeing how like Mon Mothma lives like the actual like luxury life on Coruscant. When we see like the other Star Wars shows, we don't really get much of a glimpse on like how the luxury life in Coruscant is like. Yeah. Overall though, like as I see the trailer, I just think about all those moments and just connect the pieces again.
Jay, what do you think, Jay? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, same thing. It's like when you first see it, before you've seen the series, it builds up so much mystery. Like who's that person? Who's that person? Or what's going on in this scene and this and that. Afterwards, it's almost like reminiscing You know, where you're going, oh, that was a quality scene. You know, that was good stuff, and things like that. And I can't believe they used that in the trailer. That almost gave something up. You know, but if you look, they're really, well, except for that, there was a TIE fighter scene in there, but most of that was the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
but
a
there
good
was,
scene. Too. It's
yeah,
fucking great.
yeah. Hmm.
Brief though, like all of them. Brief.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
It
no.
was
There's
most
no.
Steelers,
There's no.
too.
Yeah. No. There's no. Even in the show, none of the space stuff where there is any at all, like combat of any kind or pursuit. It's none of it is long extended stuff. It's all done really quickly for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about it. I mean, you know,
ground battles, if anything. You know.
Yeah, no. I mean, even then, there isn't. You know what I'm saying? Well, not. That's the thing about it, and that's something I almost forgot about this. I did, and we talked about this before too, Jay. There's almost no action in Andor.
Right. Yeah,
There's none. There's almost none.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, episode 3. Would you not agree that that scene? I mean, honestly, if I should have wrote down the actual. I'll remember this. I should have wrote down the length from the time that episode 3 starts, and when Lutheran meets Cassian, right at that time when he meets him, it's around the 11-minute mark, I believe, in the episode. That from then on, right? Just the warehouse scene and the laser shootout, whatever and whatnot, alone takes like fucking over 10 minutes with the cut-ins and cuts outs to Marva and everything, whatnot, and all that, and all that kind of stuff, flashbacks going on and whatnot and everything, right? That alone goes on for like 8-10 minutes. And then the rest of it after that, it's still them running away from Primor, right? The whole rest of the episode. Right. I mean, that's there's a lot of action there. That's at least from the length standpoint, that's the biggest action scene you get in the whole series. Right. I mean, I believe. So now what, just to kind of, pull off you guys' lore, I don't know how many of the older Star Wars trailers you guys have watched, but I wouldn't know this. You would. What would you have seen, or can you remember that maybe you saw in these trailers that you saw maybe that impressed on you in a way that you saw something different, that maybe in a bad way or a good way, Jay?
Wow.
I know I'm not trying to put you in the spot. Just no, it's not like that. Just think about it for a minute. Think about it for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, just what if you could try to maybe think. The other trailers we got for the last trilogy of films, right? The Mandalorian trailers, right? Which is of course is a totally different series, totally different story writing, totally different vibe. You can't really compare them, right?
Yeah.
The trailers for for Rebels, for Clone Wars, the animated stuff.
Yeah.
What with Andor, maybe do you remember at all noticing things at first where you were like, okay, I don't like this because this is different, or that I really like this because this is different, or were you just like, this looks great?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
me being a Star Wars fan, anything is cool for me. I'm just like overwhelmed when I first watched them and get excited for them and stuff like that. So I can't think of a scenario where I was like, that doesn't look good, because even like the shitty Star Wars movies, like had great trailers.
Now, what were your expectations based off of them then? I mean, at that point, again, remember, I'm not in your position, to where I went into Andor having no way of having anybody tell me anything or say anything about it to me beforehand, right? All that happened is literally that I heard it was when it was coming out. I was scheduling our shows, whatnot, everything, right, everything and all that. Of course, at that point, I'd added our second and third show, the Friday and Sunday show. I was trying to split everything up and figure out what we'd cover, what we wouldn't. And I love Rogue One, as I've told you, that was my main premise. When I first heard about Andor, I'm like, wait a minute, I fucking love Rogue One.
Yeah.
right? We want to cover more fandom stuff. We want to cover more Star Wars. Well, I love Rogue One. Andor sounds interesting. I saw that first trailer, bro. I'm like, fuck. I sent it over to Cyber. I said, Cyber, watch that trailer and then tell me what you think about this. I want to cover this. Right. Now, I was going to cover it no matter what. He knows, and he knew that.
Yeah.
But I really wanted this honest opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I do very much trust him. I trust his gut. I do.
Yeah.
So
I do know that when Andor was coming out, when they first announced it, I'm like, why are they giving a series to that guy? You know, like I didn't, you know, and I really had like a negative, I guess a negative opinion about, you know, the series itself. I'm like, there's no way, because it already said it was going to be 2 years or 2 seasons, 24, was it 12 episodes, so a total of 24 episodes. And I'm just like, what could they possibly tell in that, you know, like, how deep is that story that it's going to take 2 years to unfold? And then I saw that first trailer, and I was like, oh, wow, I'm so on board. You know what I mean? Like, I really had no expectation, or not no expectations, but low expectations for that. You know?
Okay, because obviously you're an open-minded kind of guy. I know you are in general, so I'm assuming you are with Star Wars too. You're willing to give it a chance, regardless, right?
You talking to me or
yeah, no, to you, Jay. No, to you, Jay. I'm saying,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you were going to give it a chance no matter what. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know that.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, no matter what, you were going to give it a chance. So you really weren't worried either way, really. You know.
Yeah. I was on board anyway. Yeah.
All right, now Jassem, like I said, you know, feel free to jump off of Jay if you want. I mean, there's anything you want to try to bounce off of, or you agree or disagree with, but same kind of thing, you know. I mean, what did you think, Jassem? I mean, you're a Star Wars fan, like, you know, you've seen the trailers for the other stuff. When you saw Andor, and I know you're tuned in. You people had already told you opinions on it, whatnot. You'd heard things about it, whatnot, right? What were you thinking? You know, like before the trailers, and then you saw the trailers. I mean, you know, how did the trailers impact you? Were the things in it that you noticed maybe that were different than the other trailers from other stuff from the Clone Wars? Besides the fact that it's live action versus animated, that were different, where you were like, I don't know about this, or you were like, oh shit, this is interesting, or like, you know, I'm surprised, or you know, like that kind of deal. And then on top of that, sort of like, what was your vibe going in there? Or when I say that, all I mean is, I'm not asking you to give me your specific feeling towards it. I'm saying, what was your vibe? What was your tilt? Were you like, you know, were you kind of like, you know, we'll see, this seems could be interesting? Were you like, oh, well, you know what, like Jay, like, you know, I'm an open-minded guy. I like Star Wars. Trailers look pretty good, pretty fucking good. This should be pretty solid. You know, like I mean, where were you at?
For me, when I first saw the trailer, so way before the trailer, when I learned like, hey, there's an Andor series coming. Initially, I was like, oh, this must be like one of those like very short series, kind of like Kenobi, where it's like one season, and it's like, you know, you're trying to like take people from like point A to point B, and point B would be like where the movie starts. I guess after seeing Kenobi and being a little bit,
you thought it was going to connect like MCU style.
Yeah. But I was a little bit disappointed with Kenobi, so that's why I was a little bit like hesitant with Andor. But then when you see Andor, it's like the trailer, I was more in tune with it. I remember just being more excited about the show in general. I was disappointed that point B of the trailer didn't show like, hey, this is how Andor got into the Rebel Alliance and ended up in like this outpost where we see him in Rogue One, you know, trying to talk to the messenger. Instead, we see like, you know, we don't see anything near Rogue One. It's just all like desolate planet, industrialized planet, Mon Mothma. And it's just like, wait, so did Mon Mothma recruit Andor into the rebellion, or what's really going on? And at first I was a little bit taken back by, you know, all this like new stuff that I've like never seen before. and at first couldn't comprehend how it connects with the main lore. But you know, as I watched the show, I'm like, actually, this trailer, I actually like it more. I guess to summarize it, it's like once you watch the show, you appreciate the trailer more than like in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you on that one, most definitely. And you do, I guess. You're right. That's what I like that. I like, honestly, Jassem, you do appreciate it more. Of course you do. How can you not? Right. Once you've actually watched a series, or, you know, and whatnot, and you could actually connect more, you know, stuff that you saw at first, right? You know what I mean? And you thought, or it was cool, or you know, looked good. Then you have more depth to add to it, like more context, right? You know, and just like a movie too, like, you know, you see things maybe you didn't notice before, or you have a better chance, you have more time to look at something. Jay, when I mentioned it during the trailer, the series has some really, really, really epic Star Wars shots, just straight, I mean, just, you know, just as far as the depth of them and the scale, right? To represent, you know, the scope of what, for instance, you know, Coruscant, you know, the capital, you know, area and whatnot, everything and all that would look like in this futuristic type, you know, reality. They're magnificent. And if I'm not correct, they're different, aren't they? They're not like ones you would see normally in Star Wars.
Yeah, there was quite a few that, that I'm trying to think of. Actually, did I see anything new? Well, no, some of the stuff that was in the third episode, the third episode, that when they attacked the city and stuff. Sorry, I want to type something in the chat, but go ahead, carry on. Sorry.
Oh, you're totally fine, man. No, but all right. So basically, episode 3, when it boils down to it, Marva. Okay, now, okay, look, I don't know about y'all, but when I look back now, I'm sad. It's kind of depressing when you look back at it now. I never realized the gravity of Marva's story. It's tragic. It really is, unfortunately, in a way. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it really is, unfortunately. Her arc is tragic. But in a good way, in a way that services the story. You know what I'm saying? Not and is a piece of a beautiful, you know, well thought out, well intended, I believe, too, as well, right? You know, with no biases involved in it. You know what I'm saying? No desire to push anybody in a certain direction. You know what I mean? With any no woke, right?
Right.
Beautiful, just a beautiful story, right? You know what I'm saying? You know,
there was you said no woke, and like it was a super eclectic cast, and it didn't feel like it was forced. You know what I mean? Like it,
I do. I'm sorry. I was just laughing at Jassem in the background. He's so naive about shit and whatnot. Makes me laugh. Right. Jassem, brother. Listen, brother. Will you do me a favor sometime? Can I just buy you some plane tickets? Will you come down to Florida with me for like a week, so I can just take you out and just fucking straight up put you in the debauchery, fucked up situations and whatnot with me, right? and help you fucking, like, you know, get with it. Brother, look, I'll create you your own identity while you're here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can explore that stuff. Is Leech coming as well? Is Leech coming?
Can you imagine if we videotaped?
No videotape.
Reaction, Jassem going like I did to the first time to that massage parlor that one night when I went, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I was nervous as fuck, bro. I was nervous as shit. You know what I'm saying? I did not know what the fuck was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I was afraid I was gonna get swindled. I'm not trying to get all intense here, folks. You know what I'm saying? But again, I know what I can say, what I can't say on YouTube. And at the same time, too, I'm not afraid or ashamed about anything that I fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Well, not or I'll just say it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm sorry. I hate to say it. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but there's very few fucking things I've ever done in my entire life I'm ashamed of.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? You know, and a lot of things I am ashamed of are things other people wouldn't even give a fuck about. It would not even move them that it occurred or they did it. It wouldn't even care. So that's just who I am, unfortunately. But at the same time, though, I have an extremely tiny penis. So I mean, you know, what are you gonna say? I mean, you know, I've got flaws. You know, I mean, last time I tried to have sex with a woman, you know, she fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, during sex. So
Leech is surprised. It's like the first time he's heard that from you.
Leech? He's not surprised.
I mean, he looked surprised. He was like, you know, very surprised look.
No, well, look.
No, it was the about the falling asleep. I was like, wait, what?
Listen, again, Leech doesn't want to. He won't admit to it without everything, right? But like, I've known Danny for a long fucking time, and I have in content creation years. I've known Danny for a long fucking time, Jassem. I have. I've known Danny since I first started. Before I started the Bleeding Edge, I've known Danny. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, you know, just because of networking and whatnot and everything, right? In general, you know how I am with other people and other creators and whatnot. I've become people call my friends. You know, Danny has fucking special guest moderated the Bleeding Edge. He's hosted my show, right? Like I've opened up a show up and whatnot and just been like, all right, folks, I'm out of here. Fucking it's Danny's show, baby. Let's do it. It's DJ's show. What's up? You knew I did that, right?
Yeah, I did. I was watching that night. And
you like that shit? What did you think of that? Did you think I was a little bitch for doing that or what? Like look at this little bitch motherfucker.
Because he went to go get DoorDash, and he's like, "Hey, Danny, just hold it down for me till I come back." And he disappeared to get his DoorDash. And luckily, Danny handled it like a professional, man. He really did. So I think you guys were talking about the Green Lantern or something like.
When he special guest moderated the show.
Maybe I'm thinking about two different things because you had told him go ahead, hold this down, and you got up and you left for.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that was because I had to go out and get an Uber. I had an Uber Eats delivery.
Yeah.
And, no. Yeah, and I forgot about it.
Professional, they just kind of picked up on it and like went with it.
Why do you think I went to him?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right? Just like I do the same thing with Jassem, I do the same thing with you.
Yeah.
Right? Again, I told you before, Jay. Jassem is my brother, man, and not only that, he's such a good fucking content creator that when I made political content, I would literally have him come on a show just to be there to make sure that everything went well. And whatnot, because I know myself and I'm very politically, you know, knowledgeable and I can become animated. What a surprise. What a shock. You know what I'm saying? And I do try to maintain my composure, but look, I mean, you know, Jass will tell you I've made content before where I've literally my entire video was, you know what, bro? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? If I could, I would fucking utterly beat the shit out of you right now and choke you.
I have to act as riot police sometimes.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, you know, like, I have always trusted Jassem to the point where literally, I know for a fact, intrinsically inside me that, like, not intrinsically, but I know inside of me that if I'm on a show, shit gets heated. That this is a long time ago, but if shit gets heated, I trust him. So if he cuts me off, I don't mind getting cut off for the most part, but if he cuts me off on something, there's a reason.
Try to,
you know what I'm saying? If he diverts the topic, if he diverts the conversation. Something's occurring. It doesn't matter if it's me where we need to go in a different direction or we need to lower things down, you know, or I need to tone it down. Right. And I don't need to know anything else. And you know what? And I don't ever ask him about it later on or question it or fucking second guess it or whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I trust him that much. I know him that well and he knows me that well. It's that simple. Huh?
That's so sweet.
Oh,
I just
stop it,
busted.
man.
I just busted your balls.
I was about to say, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Come on now. Please don't set a fucking precedent for Jassem like that. I'm just kidding. No, if you would have cried like that, brother, you know what, brother? I would. No, I wouldn't have respected you. No, that was wrong. No, you know what? It would have. I probably would have cried, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, we can't be having that. You know what I mean? I don't need all that, bro. I don't want to be crying at the bleeding edge. I cried enough when Shield got me. You know what I'm saying? And I cried to the point where I couldn't cry anymore, bro. There was no more tears. Right?
I thought you got traumatized.
I experienced everything, bro. Everything possible happened. So, anyways, folks, as I started the show off, I'm going to finish it off. This is the 159 mark. The other day when I went to the dentist, right, and they put that stupid blanket thing on me to do X-rays, right? The chick asked me something like, "Do you have any movable or movable objects in your mouth or whatever?" I guess she must have meant like a tongue or something. I'm like, well, you know what? Honestly, there might be a shard of Shield's penis still jammed in between my teeth.
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying? When from the night she downed me, that traumatic fucking night. Oh, you heard about that event, right? She turns around, looks at me, and she's like smiling, but she's like, I'm like, sweetie, I'm joking. And she fell the fuck out, bro. She fell out, right? And you know what? If not for the fact that I'm such a gentleman and I respect women so much, I could have banged her. You know what I'm saying? Right there, not right there, of course not.
Right there.
No. But if I wanted to, I could have pursued her, but I did not. You know what I'm saying? But because she was at work, and she's a woman, and believe it or not, Mr. Angelito, if you're out there stalking me still, fucking with me, you little bitch, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? With your bullshit, pussy ass bullshit, fake ass, anonymous, whatever. Did I become anonymous ever at any goddamn time? I don't even want to know myself anymore. Well, I won't anymore. I'll be anonymous. But anyways, no. Flat out, I would never do that. You don't give a woman your phone number, guys. Or you don't, at work, right? Or fucking ask for a number and whatnot, all that shit. For one thing, it's disrespectful as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to get her number at that point. Or hit it, unless she's stupid. Or you pay her. Or you're Jassem. And you're so handsome and hung and whatnot, everything, whatnot, that, it's just, it's a given.
Dude, I'm still a virgin even now. And for good reason.
No, but seriously, no, but you don't do that. But no, it was funny. It was some funny shit, man. It really was, I'll tell you. And, but the way I said it, it was just a joke. It wasn't anything crazy, whatever, whatnot. But hey, look, who else do you know that can pull some shit off like that, folks? Who you see right now on the show? It's who I am when I walk out of the fucking door every goddamn day. Every single person I encounter, whatnot, everything, I say shit like that to them. Right? I love it. Even Jehovah's Witnesses, when they come to the show, you should hear the shy I say it. Holy shit, man. This one Jehovah's Witness chick that comes to the door one time to give me a pamphlet. I was like, well, if I take this, there's something I have in my room I'd like to give you. Right? Can we swap? Can we trade? Because you got to come in the room with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I want to pray with you. I'm kidding. I'm just joking, y'all. Jassem, it's okay. You can make fun of Jehovah's Witnesses. That's the one religion you know where you can make fun of it. What are they gonna do? Sue you? For what?
I don't know much about them.
You don't want to know, bro.
Exactly.
It's about as consequential to your life as fucking essentially this chick.
The hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yep. Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What is
That feels like what? That feels like catch me outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you want to give me a blowjob?
That meme was like so popular during my high school days.
No,
like it's so
do you
long
realize
ago.
that chick made $4 million in one fucking day and night on OnlyFans?
Yep.
Wow.
And did not even get naked?
Right.
Yo, where's that Phil's cut, baby? You know what I'm saying?
I thought she was underage. That's why, like, she never.
I mean, look, good when you're doing good business. She should have broke off at the Phil at least 15%. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, right? without Dr. Phil, there is no $4 million. So
Right.
I'm sure Dr. Phil made sure he got compensated.
Mhm.
It might not have been in a monetary currency, right, Jay? But
Right.
There was actually a report saying that like in I think the institute that Dr. Phil actually sent her to, like there were some messed up stuff happening. So
Like
yeah,
what?
you didn't hear about it?
No,
What was
no.
people are they're actually suing Dr. Phil.
Oh, good luck, whatever. Dr. Phil ain't worried about it, man. Dr. Phil never banged fucking that chick. Dr. Phil's a good man.
I don't know. We're talking the staff of that
Oh, okay. I was
mental
gonna say,
hospital.
Dr. Phil ain't fake. He's not a joke. I'm not trying to.
So they treated her inappropriately, and so they're trying to blame it on Dr. Phil now.
Dr. Phil and the others of that hospital.
That's crazy.
Those things happen. It's part of the deal, right? You know what I'm saying? I want to believe that. I believe Dr. Phil does mean well. He seems like a decent guy. Like I'd have a beer with him. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Fuck it. I bet Dr. Phil, can you hook me up with that fucking catch me outside chick? I want that number, baby. All right, folks. Look, Jay, it was good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming on. Jassem, sir. I'm humbled, as always, to have you on the panel, brother. I love you, brother. You're a good man.
Right.
Jay, you're a good man.
Thank you,
Folks,
sir. You too.
we love you. All right. Star Wars fandom. Let's get it, baby. Andor season 2. I think it's coming out, right? What? I think the end of 2024. I think we get it.
That's so far.
I know. It's
Hey, it just gives you more reason to be excited, man. The anticipation build, right?
Yeah. Wait, isn't Avatar 3 releasing around that same time too?
Why the fuck would I care? You couldn't pay me to watch Avatar 2.
Wait, you don't like Avatar?
No.
Fuck Avatar, bro.
Bro, you gotta watch it in IMAX 3D.
No, Avatar is stupid as fuck, man. What are you kidding me? Fuck that shit.
I think you need to live on Pandora for a day.
It looked like a cartoon to me, so I just wasn't.
For real, I ain't watching that shit. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Plus,
Fucking
James
God.
Cameron's so douchey.
I can't. Yeah, that's it right there. I can't stand James Cameron. That fucking arrogant fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I can't support somebody like that. I can only support people like this.
Are going to take off.
Some of them going to bomb.
Just like they've bombed in the comics.
What about this guy? You think this guy can make it for the Avengers?
Diamond Days, a ninja teaching flicks. I didn't let me see the sign there. Come on in here, ninja. This here's my ninja. Diamond Days Ninja School. Come on down. What we're going to teach you, hold that, Lord, and what we're going to teach you in our first episode is a proper stance and a proper kung fu. And you got your Judy chop, all right? You got your karate chop, and you got your ninja chop. Now, what smart thing to do is when you use a judo chopping, you gotta say it, for you beginners, like a Judy chop. Because what you don't want to do is be a Judy chopping and a kung fu kicking, and there goes your leg. There ain't much hauling for a one-legged ninja out there. Right there, hard as a rock, buddy. Let me show you something. I'll have last time, baby. Don't put it in front of your face. I don't want to hurt you. You got me? Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to work on the ninja chop. So what we're going to do. You go a ninja chop. Well, now see, now sometimes it don't always work for a ninja. But it practice makes it perfect. Don't go ninja nobody. Don't need ninja. Alrighty? Now, them things there, if I was put them in my pockets, they'd get me for concealment of a deadly weapons. They say you got your son fella coming at you out in the trailer park. Regular cannon you say? No, says I. Watch this, people. Yeah, we just rolling through the trailer park. What's that? Ninja start. Right there. That son fella jumps up behind a trailer on you. You got to put them on out yonder like that. And you can't get him caught up in your ninja outfit, And like if a feller's coming at you with...
Dude, that guy lived right next door to me, man.
Yo, what the hell was that weapon he pulled out there, DM? Was that a crack pipe? Like,
it looked like a damn skull can or something, didn't it?
Where did you find that?
Listen, hey, that guy that he said that in, that is his interview tape for the Special Olympics Avengers.
That dude don't stand a prayer.
Oh,
that dude.
It's amazing that something like that that dude's probably popular as hell from that video.
Dude, that guy could beat Kate Bishop's ass.
Alpha Flight will whoop his ass. Puck will whoop his ass.
Jeff, we can't even hear you, dude.
Where's your mic?
My bad. As I always told you, right? The MCU's Bleeding Edge merch that's coming out, it will always be all about the inside jokes and all the bullshit that goes on in this fucking show. It's one of the wild way to fucking do it. So there you go, baby.
I'm excited.
Here, all right? This is very important, all right? This is a life lesson that you should include because this could literally change your life. Don't be ninja nobody. Don't be no ninja, or whatever the fuck that dude said. Very important shit. All right? There you go.
I am enlightened.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm not plugging anything whatnot. I mean, I just think this shit's so funny, dude. It's stupid as fuck. If anyone ever do merch like that, like this way or whatever, whatnot, is just fucking awesome, dude. I love it. Because we're the Big Edge, baby. We don't care about profits. We care about ninjas.
That's right.
I mean, hey, you could lose a leg. Anyways, folks, we love you. There ain't no need for a one-legged ninja. Anyways, folks, we love you. I love you. Jay loves you. Wrath the Khan over here loves you. James T. Kirk loves Jassem after that little interlude earlier and whatnot, everything and all that. He's happy. And we'll see you later. Peace.